Alright, here's part 2 of the video because I kind of had to split this up because of how my phone works. Part 2 of this video is going to be about all the things that I found that reminisce Swiss design on the internet. So starting with the first website I found, which is National Geographic's website. I immediately thought about this when I was thinking about Swiss design. We've got really bold sans serif typography, and then these all this right-aligned text. Everything is in a grid, and all the photos are really high definition with text just on top of them. Same thing with this video, and it's you can clearly see how it is reminiscent of Swiss design. The next website I decided to go with is Verizon. Same thing here. You've got a lot of space, sans serif fonts. Everything's in a grid and right aligned as you go down. Then you've got like white spaces and dark spaces, playing with colors and just where everything is. It reminds me a lot of Swiss design. The next thing I have is the MoMA. I think the MoMA's website is one of the best examples I found, and it is another one of the first things I thought of when I was thinking about Swiss design. Here we've got this grid style, black and white photography, the way that the text is right aligned and very sans serif fonts. It screams Swiss design inspiration to me, and I love it. I love the way that their website looks. So there's that. And then the next thing, so I have access to a couple of different branding guides from major companies. The first one I'm going to show you is Uber. And if you just look at this first page, I think you can see where I'm going with this, where we've got the very clear Swiss influence with the way that this is set up. Like, there's no imagery on this page. It is just letting the typography speak for itself. And then, again, this is gridded out like this. Very clear. Not a lot of embellishment. They want you to get to the point, and they want you to understand it. There's that one. I'm going to switch over here to some PDFs and show you some other branding guides. So we have the North Face. Same thing. We've got bold typography, and look at all of that white space around that logo, and that's just the first title page. Same thing here, literally just all space and then a little sans serif down there in the corner. Same thing with that influence of Swiss design, where we've got this really big high definition black and white picture, then a little bit of sans serif type to kind of even that out. Same thing with the way that logo looks in that picture. We are letting the type and maybe like some really simple geometric forms do the talking, and then we've got this really high definition photo in the background. Very much screams Swiss design to me. The next branding guide is from Oculus, so looks like this. And I immediately thought of these because I was using them for my branding course, and I thought, ah, yeah, that's Swiss design right there from Oculus, where we've got, you know, we've got just this really simple logo and the way that they're putting the text with all that space and all that white space. And this is a very extensive branding guide as I go through it, but we've got like really simple type, black and white. Just going through some of these pages to show you what it looks like. But again, they grid everything out. You can see very clear Swiss design influence, even in the packaging of this company. So there's that. And then going back here to some other stuff. So this is something that came to mind immediately as well when I was thinking about Swiss design, is the recent redesign of all of Norway's passports. Because I'm a design nerd, and when things get redesigned, I like to look at it. So this is what the passport used to look like, very embellished. It's got that seal, it's got that serif font, and it's kind of flashy. And then they redesigned it to look like this. You've got different passports, colors are based on what kind of passport they are. And it's very simple. They've still got that crest, but they've simplified it way down, and I keep saying right aligned, I'm realizing I mean left aligned. They've left aligned all that text and just made this so much more simpler and so much more reminiscent of Swiss design. Next website is Nordstrom, specifically this ad that they have on their website right now, where it's literally like there's no photography, it's just text and color, and it's simple and it's clean. I think that's the biggest takeaway I get from Swiss Design, is keep it simple and keep it clean. They're advertising sweaters and jackets. And then to kind of see, Pentagram I feel like is one of the biggest companies in design right now, and just looking at their website right now, it's got this big high definition photographs coming across the screen, little bit of sans serif text, or like these ads, big sans serif text, lots of space. They're using a lot of geometry. Like, I feel like they know what Swiss Design is, and they're not only breaking the rules of Swiss Design, but they're also using Swiss Design. Like, they know it inwards and out, and I think that's great, and I think that's why they're one of the top people in the world, of course, and I think it's always good to compare, like, what's everybody else doing, what are professionals doing, so forth. And then, this is Taylor Swift's new album. It's kind of been all the rage recently, and I realized that the album cover, very reminiscent of Swiss Design. We've got that left-align text again, and then some really simple sans serif, and then a big high-definition picture, and lots of white space on that album cover. So yeah, that's just some of the examples I found that came to mind immediately. I think the great thing about Swiss Design is it's super recognizable and super, like, useful, and I love the Swiss Design style. So that's the end of the video.